Hi Class 5, welcome to our maths lesson. Today we're going to be looking at common multiples. Now, these fractions and how you would add them together may look familiar from what work that we've done in year 5. Okay, so we know that we can't add fractions that have different denominators, so simply we just need to get the same denominator. This one's quite simple. We know that 5 times 2 equals 10. So whatever we do to the denominator over here, we do to the numerator. So our new fractions would be 2 times 2 is 4, 5 times 2 is 10, then add the 3/10, 4 add 3 is 7, the common denominator is 10. Okay, so that's a nice and simple one because to get from 5 to 10 is very simple. You just multiply by 2. But if we look at these fractions down here, it's a little bit more complex than just times them by 2. Because as you can see, we cannot get from the 7 to the 3 by multiplying by a number or dividing by a number. So press pause, have a think, what are we going to do with these fractions to get a common denominator on the bottom? Have a think, press pause, and I'll come back to you. Okay, now you've had a think about how we are going to get these as a common denominator. What we need to do is find a common multiple up here. So we need to find a number that is a multiple of 7 and a multiple of 3. So which number is in the 7 times table and the 3 times table? An easy way of getting to that number is just multiplying these two together. So those multiplied together, the 7 times 3 equals 21. And how we got there, so the 7 times 3 equals 21. 3 times 7 equals 21. And remember, with these fractions, just like up here, whatever we do to the denominator, we have to do to the numerator. So the 7 is times by 3, so the 2 has to be times by 3. Over under this fraction, 3 is times by the 7, so we need to times that by the 7 as well. So now we can work out what these are to get some new fractions. So 2 times 3 is 6, 7 times 3 is 21. Next fraction, add 1 times 7 is 7, 3 times 7 is 21. So that now, these two fractions now have common denominators, so we can add them up. So 6 add 7 is 13, common denominator is 21. So it's a little bit more complex to this one up here because all you do is times it by 2. But this one, you have to multiply these two together to find a common multiple to get the common denominators. We'll try another one. So if I have 2/9 add, let's say 1/4. So I can't get from the 9 to the 4 by multiplying or dividing, so we need to get a common multiple. And the easy way of doing that, just up here, you times them, the denominators together. We'll do the same on this one. So 9 times 4, well that's just 9, 18, 27, 36. So the common denominator is 36. That's the common multiple. It will be the common denominator when we write the fractions again. So 9 times 4 is 36. So we need to times this by 4. 4 times 9 is 36, so we need to times this one by 9 as well. So we'll get our new fractions. 2 times 4 is 8. 9 times 4 is 36. Next fraction, 1 times 9 is 9. 4 times 9 is the common denominator of 36. Add the 8 and the 9 together. 17 36ths. So that is how we can use common multiples to get the common denominator. So we can add fractions with the same denominator so we can get to an answer, because as we've already learned in year 5, you cannot add fractions with different denominators. Okay, the next screen you're going to see is going to be some questions. There's going to be some of these questions where you have to find a common multiple to get a common denominator and add them up. I'll also put some questions in from what we learned about last week, some questions a little bit like this. See how you get on, and I'll see you for the answers. Good luck. So this one's nice and straightforward. To get from 5 to 15, I need to times 3. So to get from, for this one, I need to also times it by 3. So 1 times 3 is 3. 5 times 3 is 15. So now when we add them together, they have the common denominator of 15. So 3 add 4 is 7. The denominator stays the same. So the answer is 7/15. This one is a little bit more confusing. We need to find a common denominator, but I can't get from 9 to 5 by multiplying or dividing. We need to find a common multiple. So a way that I said before, we can just multiply these two together to get 45. So 9 times 5 is 45. 5 times 9 is 45. So this denominator I've times by 5. I need to do the same for the numerator, just like this one. 5 times 9 on the denominator, so I need to do 3 times 9 for the numerator as well. So the new fractions are going to be 2 times 5, 10, 9 times 5, 45, 3 times 9 is 27, 5 times 9 is 45. Now they have the common denominator, so we can just add the numerators. 37 45ths. This one is a little bit like this one as well. We need to find a common multiple of these two. So if we just multiply these two together, 7 times 4 is 28. Okay, so 7 times 4 is 28. 4 times 7 is 28. So we need to do this times 4 because it's the same on the top and the bottom. We need to do this one times 7 because it's the same on the denominator as the numerator. So our new fractions, 1 times 4 is 4. The common denominator is now 28. 3 times 7 is 21. The common denominator is now 28. So now we can, in fact, add them together. 4 add 21, 25 over 28. So 25 28ths. This one, I'm going to go over it. So to get from 36 to 9, we can actually get there because these are in the same times table. All right. So to get from 36 to 9, I divide by 4. And just like any fraction, whatever you do on the bottom, the denominator, you have to do on the top, on the numerator. Okay, so our new fractions, 4 divided by 4, well that's just 1. 36 divided by 4 is 9. So that's going to be a common denominator. I'm adding 2/9. So 1 add 2 is 3. Common denominator is 9. Now, if you also spotted these two numbers also have a common factor. So it's good if you got to this answer, very well done, but you can go further and put it in its simplest form, in its smallest form. So they have a common factor of 3. So 3 divided by 3 equals 1. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So the answer in its simplest form is 1/3. But well done if you got a 3/9. Well done for your effort today, and I will see you for the next lesson. Bye.